Hi, my name is Emma Brodsky, and in this presentation, I am going to be sharing with you my project for Module 1, Hive. Here is just to start the summary of the design strategies and the inspiration for the neighborhood. You can pause and read it if you'd like. But we started off with some general geometric um, void and mass spaces, as you can see here, which were further developed in later iterations. I started with the contrasting north and south opposite side courtyards, as you can see here, and from the get-go wanted one to act as the entry and one to act as a exit. This is the original massing where you can see that there are several shared areas as well as private areas. And then the general massing made it so that there wasn't a single large common area. It was more so just multiple smaller common areas. This is the final floor plan of that same unit. So you can see again in the northwest and the southeast the patios that are included in the unit itself. The rear patio, which is the one to the northwest, does have a wall enclosing it, while the one to the southeast is open for entry. Then we do have, as you walk in, a living room and kitchen shared area. The kitchen is a um, smaller kitchen, so there is no traditional dining area in that space, but there is seating at a large island. And then there are actually three bedrooms, um, one of which is currently an office. And then the final focal point is a bathroom which features a curved wall. This curved wall was inspired by Philip Johnson's glass house. I really appreciated the architecture behind that, where he had this cylindrical um, mass, which was the only private mass in the entire residence. The rest of it was it's an entirely glass surrounded building, but the center was this circular mass where the bathroom obviously was housed as well as utilities. It was a brick structure. So I took inspiration from that to come up with the curved wall of the bathroom here. Moving on, we just have some elevations here. We have our section A and section B, which going back, you can see those cuts here. So section A going horizontally, section B going vertically. Those translate to these elevations here. Then we have our isometrics, top down and bottom up. This is an interior view at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on the equinox. I set it specifically for March. And just to see here the amount of light that you're still getting into the unit, I tried to do it so that no direct light would be going into the unit itself and instead would be blocked by the shade covers, which you can actually see on the left hand side of each picture over the courtyard area. And again, you see that curved structure for the bathroom and then a minimal living room. Then we're actually looking out from the kitchen. Here we have a section cut including that furniture. This is section B. So you see here that vertical section where we have the bedroom. It's actually the master bedroom off to the left hand side and then living room to the right hand side as well as the front door. This is the site plan. So the inspiration for this was actually Savannah, Georgia. I draw a lot of inspiration from small towns, country towns, and then southern towns. I'm actually born and raised from Chicago, so I'm a northern city girl, but I really appreciate the landscaping and architecture of the South. So this is meant to emulate actually Forsyth Park in Savannah, Georgia. At the center, we see this large common area. In the very, very center is a round structure, actually mimicking the round bathroom in the units themselves. That's actually intended to be a fountain. Then we see plenty of green space, tree covered areas. We have some shade structures. There are four of those there, as well as more formal seating areas. benches throughout, and it's just generally meant to act as a southern town, but a modern take on it. This is the site axonometric, so we can see here some of the shade structures, benches, the fountain at the center, and then trees as well. And then finally, we have our exterior renders of those um, common areas. So the first is looking from the entry of one of the units bordering this common space, looking out into the grand common area, um, that grand boulevard. And then on the boulevard itself, we see our benches, we see where the fountain would go at the center, and then we also have a look at the shade structures as well. Well, thanks for taking a look at my project again. That was my presentation for Module 1, Hive for Architecture 402. Thanks again for tuning in.